Kitsch-en.
Here we are.
I think we're live. Yeah, okay. Our stream is live. Okay.
Well, right
hello.
It's always a question. Let's just put it that way.
It's always a big question marker on these live
Never know what's going to happen.
videos.
You know? But we make it happen, and there we go.
Find us.
And boom. Check it out. Find us. Let's see what's going on. I'll vamp for a second.
Live.
You know, it's always fun setting these things up, and then you let things go, and thank you. Just hit this button. There you go. And
Mike is here. Hello.
Hey.
And Andrew and
Hello.
Julie. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
joining us on a Wednesday, 8 o'clock, our purported new time. We're still trying this out to see where it goes.
I'm
Please.
liking Wednesday at 8. I hope you are too.
I think it's okay, because I don't think that the difference to me between Wednesday and Thursday is vast. It's, well, these days, I don't know what day it is, do I? I mean, anyone who's working from home is like, I don't have a clue. Who the hell cares? Well, I care, and it does matter. It used to be kind of, you know, not critical, but it used to be sensible for us to do it Thursdays. And these days, Wednesday is fine. And if that's good, that's great. And if 8 o'clock is better for some people, we can do that. So you see, we can accommodate certain things.
Hello. Oh, thank you, Mike. Yep. Oh, and Ron, hello.
Hello.
Catch up. Mom's here. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Randall, Luann, Splat's here. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us. So I'm having a mocktail. As you may have seen on our page, I am injured, but hi, John.
Hey.
So I'm having a mocktail this evening, and
but you know, the way we make them around here,
good.
Sometimes you think, I can't tell the difference. So that's an important thing.
I can tell the difference.
I can tell the difference, but
but it's good. It's a good one.
Good thing.
I'm on some heavy duty drugs, thank heavens. So
yeah.
Feeling pretty good. Hi. Oh, yep. Aaron, hello, and Wayne. Thank you, John and Robin. Hello. Ooh. Thank you for joining us.
Well, we have served such things to people and had them say, there's no alcohol in here.
Hi, Satellite.
Like, nope. You know, guaranteed.
Here, yay.
And of course, we do that every Monday. We have Mocktail Monday, and this is an alcohol-free thing that frequently comes in a cocktail glass. In this case, a mocktail glass. In that case, a mocktail glass. So, you know, we know how to make them, so it feels like eating a real thing.
Satellite, and a bunch of people are asking how I'm doing. Oh, it's so much better with the drugs. Thank you. I can actually walk and get in and out of bed without help, which is a lot better than 48 hours ago.
I understand like how that's a real thing, because you know you don't really want to be asking for that kind of assistance for that kind of thing. But it's not just that; it's also
Aaron, hi.
Some immobility just to allow things to heal up, and it's also some heat, which is a very good idea. Anyone who's out there thinking heating pad, yeah, sure, but I'm also thinking hot tub.
Oh, I've got a heating pad right now.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Ye old hot water bottle did some duty for the past few days.
It is like romper room, Ron.
But again, I'm thinking a hot water tub. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Now, currently that would mean getting into and out of, and yeah, there could be issues with that, but it's still not a bad idea.
Hi, Jennifer.
I'm saying. So.
Yeah, I've always wanted a hot tub. It's been kind of my thing, and now I feel like I have an excuse to get one.
Now you got to get one.
It's not a hot tub; it's physical therapy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Hi, Kathy.
Depends on how you define these things.
Patricia, thank you for joining us. And Kathy.
Hey, look, if it's physical therapy, does that mean you can claim it on FSA? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm not entirely sure about the entire amount there, but we'll see what goes. So
exactly. All right. Oh, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So, it's been a week. It's been a week.
It's a journey. It's a journey. Big fun in the ER, gotta say. And I suppose...
Well, you didn't get to go in.
No, I didn't. That's probably okay, because I'm thinking about being inside a hospital right now. If you really need to, that's one thing. But if you don't bother. I was just standing by. I was able to do some work. It was okay. No.
Hi, Sandra and Amy.
Hey.
Sunshine, hello.
So nice of you all to join us.
Thank you. And Diana, hello.
We were debating whether to go live.
Hi.
You know, we can't really do our normal thing. But then we said, what the heck, let's give it a try. We may be a little limited, but it's not bad. I mean, you already have mocktail over there.
I have a mocktail. I should show it still needs a name.
Yeah.
But all you do is combine 4 ounces of sorrel ginger tea. You can get it in the Jamaican products section of your well-stocked store. 1/4 ounce fresh lime juice and 6 dashes of Angostura bitters, 6 dashes of orange bitters.
Yowza.
And it's good. I like
A
it.
lot going on.
Hi,
That sounds
Kathy
really good.
and Randy. Hello.
I don't think I've tried that yet. There
I
you go.
like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would rather be having a cocktail, but I'm very happy with my drugs.
It's really good.
So
That's really good. It's got a
I'll
nice,
forego.
nice
until
dry
the drugs are
profile to
over.
it. The sorrel tea is a very good idea. And bitters really make that, really kind of wake that up. You can probably find a lot of
The
brands.
backbreaker. Okay, Aaron
Oh,
named it the
The
backbreaker.
backbreaker. Ah, jeez.
He named it.
But you can probably find a lot of brands of sorrel tea. I think ours was made by Grace Products.
No, Caribbean Dreams. or
Caribbean
something
Dreams.
Like that.
I'll have to check that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know we've used some Grace
Yeah,
teas
ginger on the
before.
wagon.
There was like a ginger tea we used, which was really quite nice.
I should do a ginger on the wagon too.
Yeah.
Don't we have ginger? We have ginger.
Ginger.
We have like that ginger
the extract?
extract, right?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we could do it.
And I think that is a Grace product. That we definitely got from the Jamaican
Perky
section.
set. Oh, I love it, Patrick. Hello,
The
Patrick.
perky set.
Jean, hello.
Okay, all of you
Good.
pharmaceutical people out there got that one just like that,
The
of course.
Perky set.
How are we doing on YouTube?
Let's see.
Let's check it out.
3 watching on YouTube.
Hey, hello, folks.
YouTube people.
Feel free to
too.
comment on YouTube, folks. You know, we're filling the calls on the Facebook because hey, we go both places. If one of these cops out on you, just go to the other.
Jennifer likes your
Go
shirt.
both places. Thank you. Well, I was trying to coordinate with what you've got going on here.
Put it so you can see too. Or
Okay.
maybe, yep, there you go. I gotta, pardon me, I gotta blow my nose.
Okay.
Can I borrow your hanky?
Of course.
Sorry.
I hope I put it in the
I'm
spot.
a mess. I'm a
Change
mess.
stuff, you know.
I got a dab.
There we go.
Thank you.
Do it.
Thank you. Oh,
Yes. Oh,
I'll
wow.
keep that.
Thank you, Kat. That's
I'll keep that.
actually
Oh.
incredibly awesome.
Oh.
It's good to
Yeah.
have men of the cloth in this sort of thing
Oh,
from time
yeah.
to time, I got to tell you.
All right.
So, but in terms of tasting, yeah, this is very good. There's lots of
I
different
hate it.
kinds of sorrel tea out there, and I think
This is
yeah.
sorrel ginger.
sorrel ginger,
Yeah.
and the ginger's a good addition. That's obviously a compliment. That's a good thing. Woohoo! Allergies? Oh, geez. Well,
Hi, Jason.
are you experiencing allergies right now?
I didn't think I was. I don't know. I mean, I do have allergies, so.
I wasn't hearing it all day, so I'm going to say no on that one. Probably just the fact that a lot's going on. Who knows? But definitely.
It's going live. Makes my nose run.
Going live
I'm
makes my
kidding,
nose
I'm
run.
kidding.
You know, that's that kind of thing.
I'm just kidding.
I'm looking at myself. I kind of look like I'm leaning over like this. Hey, how you doing, guys? But it's just I'm trying to like maintain myself in the shot and make sure this looks, all reasonable, all sort of thing. And Jason says hope you feel better. So there's another vote.
Thank you.
Another vote of confidence.
Thank you. I
sir.
really do.
That really means a lot.
I gotta say, they were very nice in the ER, but they didn't prescribe the good drugs. I had to go to my primary care physician for those.
And you still weren't talking like the Percocet type items. It was really just the high octane.
I was so mad
counter.
that they didn't give me a Percocet.
Yeah, everyone else got one.
They could see that. Oh yeah,
Jeez.
the person like there's a curtain between you, so I couldn't see her, but she got a Percocet. Everyone around me's
you
getting
in pain?
Percocet, and they're like, "Oh, you should take." Oh, you know what? They gave me a Valium.
You got a Valium.
They gave me so I just got sleepy. They gave me a Valium and Tylenol.
I don't think
Like,
Valium does a damn thing. For
really,
your lower
I
back
came to the
pain.
hospital and
All I got was a
like,
V.
I went to the hospital and all I got was a lousy Tylenol.
Because like I could get that over the counter, fellas. Just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but definitely.
But
Hiya,
I got the
Don.
good stuff now. Hello.
For sure. Hiya, Rick.
So we're calling this one the backbreaker.
Mhm.
This was 4 ounces of sorrel ginger tea, 1/4 ounce fresh lime juice, 6 dashes Angostura bitters, 6 dashes orange bitters. It's a good mocktail.
Mix it all up. Boom, done. Heidi has joined us. Hello.
Hello.
Aaron's wondering if there's ginger in there, does it have a soul? Oh, I don't know. Is that actually an indicator? Just wondering. Phil says, not a doctor, just play one on Facebook.
Exactly.
Mike says, I'm a doctor, not a bartender. Who are you? How'd you get in here? I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith. So, all the classics. If you get that one, tell me what the show was. We're here for here for a little Q&A from time to time. What's happening here? Oh, Devin's saying, how are you guys?
Hi.
And how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling so much better now that I got the drugs.
Yep.
And I got my hot pad right back here.
Heat's a big thing, you know.
Paul's been taking very good care of me.
I gotta take care of this one, I gotta tell you. You know?
Appreciate that.
Before we had the hot pad, I had the hot water bottle. That did some good. And then I thought, just get me the electrics. Keep it easy.
I know.
Keep it going longer.
I love it.
It's very good for that.
I carry it like from room to room with me.
Very good for that. Because look, I sit in a desk all day. If I am in an office, and I don't know when I'll be there again, but currently I'm in the front office or the back office, right here. And I'm frequently standing or sitting. And after a while, I get really stiff. I get really, really stiff. So frankly, like a little heat, lower back, good idea.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not injured, and that would still be a good idea.
Oh my gosh, well, we were shooting that matcha green tea powder video. And I was standing for like, I don't know, how long would you say? Maybe 20 minutes or
20
something?
minutes tops.
And I think that's part of what did it.
Was just in that position.
Just being, I mean, because this happened a week ago.
Yeah.
But it got really, really bad on Monday. And I think that was part of it.
I think, kind of, pushing the injury. Something was already hurt and it got that way. So, we have Nora. Hello.
Hi, Nora.
So good to see
Yay.
you. I want to catch a comment here.
Oh, Lisa and Errol. Hi.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. Yay.
Oh, Lisa's been canning all day. Rushed to get done, so go watch you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And it is she and Errol's anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you.
Yeah.
I got nothing in here. Boy, I feel like a biker. Happy anniversary to you.
Mm.
So, yeah, I hope you did something good. Well, besides canning. Canning is an excellent, household thing that will last you through the winter. But I hope that wasn't what you did for your anniversary. I'm just saying.
Well, everyone's anniversary is different.
I don't know. Maybe it's what you wanted to do for your anniversary.
Exactly.
What do I know?
More comments?
Oh, yeah. When they made dones for back pain. I remember those.
Oh, yeah.
There used to be ads for that on my mother's radio station.
Oh, there were ads on TV, too.
We would take one with some whiskey and call it Irish massage. Oh, what was in the dones anyway? This was just an OTC thing, as I recall. I tell you. My mother said she couldn't take those because of something else she was taking. So she was an RN, and she worked for years, not only in the hospitals. Early on, she was ER, and then she was in the psych ward. It's interesting, the whole history behind that. And then actually worked in the hospital again, and then eventually in just the, hospice, I guess? No, not really, just the
nursing home.
The nursing, just a nursing home. I don't think she ever did hospice. So basically it was all day long dispensing pills, and you're on your feet all day, and your lower back is forget it.
Yep.
So she was just oh, boom. And after a while she said, oh, yeah, that kind of does a number on you. But if you're working that back all day and those feet all day, and you got pills, I got it, Why not?
Oh, yeah, I will take it easy and take it slow, Gregory.
Please.
Thank you.
Dones was excellent. We got a couple of votes for the Dones.
Dones.
Now I'm going to look up what was in Dones anyway.
I never had Dones.
I remember the ads where they're Dones for back pain. And it was kind of the little liver pills. Or what was our Hadacol? Anybody? And no one here is old enough to remember Hadacol.
No, but I was looking at vintage ads the other day, and there was Hadacol.
Hadacol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a product from the 1930s, I believe. I think they were based in New Orleans, and their big thing was relieves cold symptoms or whatnot. Yeah, because the alcohol content was 110 proof. Take a shot of that. I'm I feel great. No problem whatsoever, folks. Sure.
I feel great until I don't.
I figured you felt great. Anyway, Pez is a placebo. A placebo. Very likely story. Hello, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Catching up on YouTube, folks. I didn't mean to ignore you. I'm just switching back and forth. And then Jen and H. Dones Extra Strength Caplet. 580 mg of magnesium salicylate terrahydrate, which is an NSAID. Okay. So that was that specific thing. I got to look that up. Salicylates are aspirin-based items, and that's a very specific type item. Okay, so there's something in there that means you might not be able to take these. I got to check the what the contraindications were on those. And as a matter of fact, I actually have to go and mix something myself because look, I still have an empty glass.
They were barely bigger than silver traches.
Oh wow, tiny little pills. That's like what am I thinking of? Oh, it's right out of my head. Yeah, what you would take for chest pains? Tiny little pills for chest pains.
I don't know. Tiny little pills for chest pains.
Yeah, it's such an obvious thing too. It's just out of my head. They're extremely
Jamie.
small.
Jamie says Dones is still available.
Well, hello.
Well, all right then.
I guess we could take such things.
Oh my god.
Maybe they do some good. I remember, who was it?
Thank you, Wendy.
There was a series of headache powders from New Orleans as well that somebody hit me to. And it was in these little glassine envelopes, and you would dump it in water. And the thing about it, they tasted terrible because you were basically chewing aspirin, but they worked fast. What were they called? Goodies powders or something like that?
Jennifer's saying, can you put Dones on your Amazon page? I will get on Amazon. If Dones is there, it is going on our page.
Let's check it out. Let's see how it is.
Hi, Cheryl.
Excellent to see.
Nitroglycerin tablet.
Thank you.
Mike
Thank
and
you.
Lisa
Thank
are saying
you.
nitro.
That's what I'm thinking.
And Bill. Hi, Bill.
People who actually have, like, not congestion, but like constriction, actually take those. They're tiny little tablets. I think my mother actually was prescribed those, like, very late after a heart attack, as a matter of fact. And I think, boy, those are easy to lose.
Well, Keith will definitely do fall drinks.
Oh yeah, we're getting to that point a little too fast for my taste. Although the weather has been very civil. I'm just saying. I'm not going to talk about weather.
Oh my gosh, Randy's in his third week of backstop. I'm sorry.
Sympathy.
Oh.
She can sympathize very specifically. I can sympathize just because, again, I sit all day. And after a while, it is so stiff. So, like, yeah, it hurts.
Brought on by standing for a few days in a row. Ugh.
No good. Well, I think I need to mix. And I have actually done something interesting. I think, give it a watch. Lovely assistant. Lovely patient. I've been infusing for several hours now. Now, this, you can see, is just a sort of a little mixing glass. I have 2 ounces of vodka
Digitalis.
Here. Digitalis. So that's something else.
Yep.
Foxglove plant, I believe. And I have a red pepper in there that you can see. This is a cayenne pepper. Oh, cayenne is apparently good for pain. From our garden. The cayenne really the peppers are suddenly producing like mad. We actually do have ghost pepper happening back there. Really? I believe the scorpions are happening too. Or is it the Carolina Reapers? The wall of pain is actually producing. The cayennes are coming in. And so are the arbol peppers. So I decided, let's infuse one of these guys, and that'll be the base of what I'm doing.
That's perfect. Aaron says, gonna have to make some Halloween cocktails soon, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
And the peppers could be really good for some Halloween.
A Carolina
cocktails.
Reaper. I mean, that's your costume right there. So I'm going to actually try this. This has been infusing for a while. Let's see what we got. Oh, I can taste that. You know, it's not really hot, but I've absolutely got the flavor of the pepper in there. Yeah, that's really good. So we're going to put that right in there all together now.
I am going to try a sip of this.
We'll try some. 2 ounces of the infused vodka. You can do that yourself, of course. Get yourself any peppers you want. If you don't grow peppers, just go to the supermarket, go to the farmer's market. You can find some nice fresh peppers. Slice it up, stick it in there in the fluid for a few hours, more if you like. But honestly, with 80 proof liquor, or certainly higher, it's going to actually draw out the flavor very quickly.
Yes, we are going to have to make some hot sauce.
I think so.
Indeed.
Oh, I think so. And,
but don't worry, Mike. I don't fear the Reaper.
I do not fear... Well, I do fear the Reaper. They're apparently hotter than the ghost peppers because they're, in fact, a hybrid of the scorpion and the ghost pepper. We'll get to the Reaper. The Reaper looks like something from the 7th level of Machiavelli. And I've tried the Ghost. The Ghost was really pretty incendiary. It is every bit the Indian Army weapon as is advertised. That's what it is. That's what the Indian Army uses these things for. Hot pepper spray. It's pretty bad. So But I didn't do that. I just have, I just have a cayenne in here. And there's a lot of flavor going off that pepper. I've got a little bit of dry vermouth, pouring that in. So basically we're making a hot tini. And it's a legitimate martini because it's actually vermouth. It's not like, syrups or anything like that.
Was that vodka, though?
That was vodka, yeah.
Vodka martini.
Vodka martini, I know. Shake with ice. Just in case you didn't think you were going to get some action on this episode.
Also, hot peppers are mutations of the habanero. That's interesting. I did not know that.
Habaneros are pretty darn hot. They rate high in the Scoville charts. Okay. And I brought over everything except something to strain with.
We actually have a strainer that goes with this, but I don't know where it is.
We do, and I'm going to find it.
Okay.
I could be daring and not use it, but I don't want to make a mess because we're not in our usual place. So, be right back.
Oh, Mike had a Carolina Reaper once.
Woof!
Wow. Well, we are growing them.
Yeah.
We're growing a bunch of peppers.
We actually visited our local farm store back in April and bought a bunch of plants, and they had the ultra hot peppers, and I thought, gee, why not? So we gave that a try. So look, this is your basic 2-ingredient martini here, vodka martini. I made it with the infused vodka. Now you can actually buy pepper vodka, absolute pepper, things like that. And I've actually tried some of that, and some of it is quite good. And we're going to try right now. Okay, so there we go.
All right, I'm going to try a sip of this.
Just a sip?
Just a sip.
Right, straight up.
There's something floating in it. Just.
I think that's a bit of the pepper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just a bit of the pepper.
I thought it was a bug.
At first look, it looked like just a tiny fly, but no, that's just a bit of the pepper. I did cut a pepper and put it in there, so there's some fragments. And the interesting thing is, this is now very vaguely hot. That wasn't a very hot cayenne, interestingly enough. But what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to goose it up with something in the way of bitters because...
Sniffly.
Yep. Because I want to have some more flavor going in there. And we're going to put in some Boy Drinks World Serrano infusion. Get a good dropper worth of that. And that will actually kick up the heat. I think 2 droppers actually makes things quite hot. I'm going to start with 1. And I happen to have another pepper over here. Now this is a Serrano pepper, also known as an arrow pepper. I'm going to spear this little fella. And that is my garnish. And it's going to go right in there, like that. Bon appetit.
Sounds lovely.
Votre santé.
Well, I did try it before the...
You did?
Before the infusion.
The infusion, yeah.
It was good. I liked it.
Okay, so I like that. And a lot of folks here might try this and say, oh, that's just right. That's enough heat, okay? I tend to think no. So I'm actually going to add some more of this stuff because, am I Mr. Daring? Well, this isn't actually the most incendiary sauce we have in here. The most incendiary sauce is probably Satan sauce from Laurice. Is Laurice watching? Jelly? Anybody?
I have not seen Laurice.
Haven't seen yet? Okay, so if you're watching on a rebroadcast, I'm going to name check the Satan sauce. That was like a tiny little perfume-sized bottle worth of Extreme Fire.
It's really good.
I believe that was habanero-based, and that was also some high-proof stuff to extract the flavor. That was very hot. And you know something, like 4 or 5 drops, bang, that really did the job. That was really nice. You have seen us on this show, if you've been watching this show for a while, you've seen us do things like infuse ghost pepper powder.
Just Randy says, I'm sweating just watching.
Oh, wow. I tell you, if you are the type who is like 1 drop of Tabasco is going to make you break out in hives, I play Dare Me with this stuff. By the same token, I've never had foul. That is that incendiary dish that you can get at certain Indian restaurants. That is basically requires a gas mask to make. Yeah. So, I'm going to try this again. Oh, yeah. Okay, one more sip.
All right, I'll try one more sip.
One more sip. It's just a sip.
I don't want to OD.
No interactions with drugs. It's just a sip of some Eddie-proof stuff.
Oh, yeah.
How's
like
that stuff?
That's really good.
It's really nice on the throat. It's really nice on the throat. And frequently, I was on like 3 different conference calls today, and it was just like, after a while, just like, that's enough. It's enough of these things.
That's burned.
I'm not going to talk about work or anything that's boring, but, you know, some of you folks out there
That's
probably
boring.
are on the horn like a lot. I've seen some people's schedules, and it's just like 5 or 6 in a row. I'm like, this is just going to drive you bats. And it's not good for the throat, all that yakking and just all that attention. All that attention. These days, all the Zoom meetings where you're like, you know, you have to be on so much. That's hard, you know. I know it's a first world problem, but we're dealing with that. That's where we are.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Aaron's asking which metal garnish picks we're using. Those are just little. I don't know the brand.
I really do not know which these are, but I'll describe them. And if you start searching, you may find something extraordinarily similar. I think we got these from my sister years ago. And what it is.
Pepper martini and habanero pizza. That sounds so good.
Hey!
Satellite.
Now we're talking,
I want that too.
Oh, yeah.
I want that too.
So what we have here is this is a little, like, I believe this is a stainless steel pick or a steel pick. And I think it's silver plate. Because it's actually a little tarnished, to be honest with you. Admission, right? And it's just a piece of bent metal that goes up, forms the glass, and then bends back and forms the skewer. And then there's a little jewel on here that forms your olive. And at the end, you've got this little trident going on. So like, search on cocktail picks and see if you can find something that looks like that. But you could literally take a piece of wire and make this yourself, and it would look pretty much right. This is just a fancy version of that, right? But it's great because you have like a genuine pepper here, and I just spear right through that. Boom. And it goes.
Nice
That's my
brother-in-law
garnish.
ate at Brick Lane Curry House. That was when
Oh,
we
we
seen
did.
that place on TV.
Yes, we have. That's on like 6th Street in Manhattan, I believe. I think it's just on Indian Row. I think we've seen the place, and they do advertise like, you know, the incendiary. We saw Man vs. Food take that challenge on. I am not going anywhere near that. That's way too much. I will do Vindaloo.
They wear gas masks to prepare
To prepare it? Is that all you need to know? This is insane. They've got like, you know, World War I going on in the kitchen, and you're like, I'm going to eat that. You are? I think, doesn't the Geneva Convention ban that? I mean, it's just like, you're out of your mind. I like hot. She likes hot. We eat more hot sauce than, we have more hot sauce than milk around here, okay? We make our own from time to time. We certainly do the peppers. We grew this in the garden. This baby looks beautiful. It's really, she's been babying those peppers out there so they produce. They finally gave up. They're looking good. Yeah.
Did you want to try that stuff in the fridge that we put in the fridge today?
What's wrong?
The orange bottle.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
You're going to have to go get it.
I'm going to enjoy this for another minute. And
Okay.
I will say that, look,
My
on the
drink's
scale of
fine.
things, this is fairly mild, although there is some burn going on. It's more along the lines of a ginger beer burn. And
Depends
less,
on the ginger beer.
It depends on the ginger beer. And less along the lines of, I just ate a habanero pepper burn. Now, that would be a burn. Or that sort of like extremely bright green hot sauce that you can get in Mexico that is made with incendiary peppers. Whoa, yeah, just a dot of that stuff will really put you under. So,
I love the hot sauce. I love hot.
I like a good hot.
Hot
I like a good
foods,
hot.
but
I like habaneros.
I like that.
I like
have
Scotch
it when I'm off
Scotch
my
bonnet
drugs.
peppers are very nice. They are slightly different burn than the habanero peppers. I have had the Scotch bonnet sauce, which tends to be a little more flavor, but about an equal amount of burn. It's serious. I've certainly made jerk seasoning for, I believe, chicken and possibly ribs as well, and made that the real way, and that was made with a lot of peppers, and that had a lot of heat.
Oh, Devin loves hot sauce too. It's good.
Power to you.
I love
Supposed to be good for pain relief too.
Mike's asking about a wasabi cocktail.
Wasabi cocktail.
I don't personally like wasabi, so that's going to be Paul.
I'm not fond of that sort of thing. I would wonder if I would simply find some of the base level Japanese horseradish and like infuse some of that, or put some on a skewer and go with that. I happen to like wasabi. It's like a real sinuses cleansing burn. I also like it in very minute quantities. Like we heard from a connoisseur that a genuine way to do sushi, like the Japanese would like to do sushi, as in like a little bit of wasabi, just a dot to wake up the palate, and then your sushi, and then you follow with sake or something. So it's not like you're dousing it. You know, I've seen people like just dump it on with the with the sauces and everything, and you don't necessarily need to do that. So I've kind of followed that advice, and that's pretty good. Just like a little bit to get things going, and then the food on that, and it complements it.
It's funny you would say
it works
that
very well.
About dumping it onto things, because Jennifer says that green hot sauce, crayon colored, and I cannot do it. John, on the other hand, dumps it on things. I would dump it on things too.
Who's dumping on things?
John. Or hubby.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, to each, and the fact is, I'm not sure. I guess we have access to that.
Okay, Aaron's got a source for the fresh wasabi root in New Jersey. If you're interested.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Oh, please send along.
So, he gave you the name.
Oh, did? Oh,
yeah.
very good, very good. We could check that out. New Jersey, of course, is very close to us.
Yep.
We could always go, and we could always order. It's not a big deal, although I like a road trip myself. I like sourcing ingredients. This is actually what made it good to work in Manhattan for years, is that if we were looking for something strange, after work, I might go and check it out.
Thank you for being here.
Like, we found some unusual candies at a joint on Rivington Street that has everything.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously. Economy Candy.
That was fun.
That's a really cool place.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fun to step into those places. I think like back in the day, my father used to go to such places. And back in the day, I used to go to such places on Canal Street for electrical stuff, and long gone. It's a shame. But in the meantime, the world is your oyster. All of these places in strange corners are advertising on the internet, and you can find them. So that's a good thing.
True.
In terms of spices, there, of course, is Kalustyan's is still there.
Oh, yeah.
East 30s in Manhattan, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
Oh, good. We're getting some good recommendations here.
Oh, excellent. I like good recommendations. Thanks, folks.
Oh, no. Errol likes wasabi, but the first time he had it, he thought it was avocado and downed a bunch. Oh, no.
Ah.
Oh, no. I remember. Oh, good. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron gave you the link.
Thank you, sir. Much
Awesome.
appreciated. Much
Open
appreciated.
365 days. Wow.
Hey now. There you go.
That's
Very
sort of like
dedicated.
the first time I ever had, I sprinkled the red pepper flakes on pizza. I was not ready for it. And I just remember it practically burned my face off. Now I'm like, yeah, pour it on. I guess I got used to it.
When I was a kid, Chinese food was really just the typical Cantonese fare. We had a local place that opened up that was doing the sweet and sour this and the chop suey and all that kind of thing. It was just the sort of thing you would expect for Chinese food like 50 years ago, right? And it wasn't 50 years ago. It was probably more like 35 years ago, this, right? But then suddenly, like later into, the 1980s or so, places started opening up that were doing, say, like, Hunan cuisine or Szechuan cuisine, different areas of China. Obviously, after the early 70s, these places started becoming much more available. And then we were just watching a thing on television. I was thinking about that, actually. And suddenly you could get Szechuan. And Szechuan actually involves much more in the way of hot peppers. And I remember trying something with the peppers in the dish. And I tried one of the peppers. And it was just like eating the seeds. Was like, here you go.
That
Bam.
happened to me, too.
Straight up.
With Chinese food one
Straight
time.
up.
Back in the 80s. Yeah, I just got the pepper and it was just like smoke coming out of my ears.
It's like getting into the extract because they just go straight to the whoa, and that was just like a long time to calm down.
And I remember I had this huge soda. I think I just downed the whole thing.
Baby, you hear about relief in case you're in danger for such things. Dairy products are good because the fatty content starts absorbing the oil.
I didn't have any dairy products.
Alcohol apparently is good because it's a solvent. And I think, well, if you happen to have like a shot of tequila, that's probably not a bad idea. This is what happens when you're in the Mexican restaurant and you decide to bite into the hot pepper and see what happens. And, the kind folks are like, here, they understand. But hot stuff. The topic of today's, and the hot stuff, I was saying that my back gets stiff frequently. It did get stiff today. It has been feeling stiff. I've been envying that heating pad. And I'm having this right here with a certain amount of heat. Not a lot, just enough. And I'm feeling better already. So the whole idea about capsaicin being pain relief, I think there's something to that. It's funny. You know, relief through pain.
Relief through pain.
Pain relief through pain, you know?
You should write that book. Relief through pain.
Pain relief through pain by, like, I am not a doctor. You know? Yeah.
You could have a coaster.
I'd be glad to have a coaster.
There you go.
The funny thing is, as this goes along, it gets a little hotter, and I think I'm infusing some of this serrano over here.
I think you are.
Yeah. I'm really glad to grow serranos because they tend to be a little expensive in the store, and they're really kind of small peppers. So I'm glad to just grow them and have them coming, and we just keep harvesting them, and more come up. It's a good thing to have. And we have the greenhouse, so I intend to grow those until it starts to frost over. I guess when it's 10 below, that's the end of everything, but keep that greenhouse going as long as we can. So, what do you need?
I wanted that orange bottle.
Let's try that out. I'll be right back, folks.
We have something to try.
Mm-hmm.
So, gotta go get it.
Gotta take that.
Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Jennifer's saying I was cutting a bunch of hot peppers once, putting them into a boiling pot of things. The steam opened the pores. It was terrible. Oh my gosh, she ended up at the ER. Oh my god. Wow. We put our hands in what ended up being expensive OJ. I have not that bad, but sometimes you touch peppers or something, and then that night you go to take out your contacts, and it's like ow, ow, ow. Yeah, good times. Gotta be careful. So now I wear gloves when I handle anything I think might be hot. All right, here. You're not supposed to shake it though. All right.
Just did.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Might explode everywhere. So this is...
We'll let that sit for a second. It did say upend before serving.
This is...
It settles.
Fentimans Botanically Brewed Mandarin and Seville Orange Jigger.
It's a jigger.
Non-alcoholic.
Kind of a mixer.
Can't read it.
Okay, I'm glad to read this.
Thank you.
So Fentiman, it says serve chilled. We did do that. Botanical with ginger and herbal. This sounds really good. We picked this up a while ago, and I said we should really just crack this on the air and try it out. Fentimans is coming to us from Northumberland, UK, although this was brewed in Canada. Suitable for vegans. Well, that's a plus for our vegans out there. And this literally contains mandarin juice, fermented ginger root, extract, sugar, flavorings, and it says herbal infusions, including juniper and speedwell. Speedwell.
Ooh, I'm excited.
What the hell is speedwell? Anybody? Juniper, I know. That's actually one of the things that you're going to find in gin. So that's an interesting addition. And that's about it. It looks for the world like sort of a very dense soda.
It looks like soda.
But it's really a mixer, I think. I'm going to open this very carefully and slowly because I did upend this. There we go. Okay, it's definitely got fizz. And we are going to give you some. It's a little murky. There is like some pulp kicking around in there.
Thank you.
So if you see some schmutz in the bottom of there, then yeah. I do indeed. I'll just use some of this over here.
Oh, that's good.
It's got a nice nose.
It is sort of cocktail-like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting an orange ginger thing, and there's some unidentifiable spices in it. Well, I think this would be a very good mixer.
Well, that's one to look for. Fentimans Mandarin and Seville Orange Jigger. Good for when you're on the wagon.
Mm-hmm. You could take that straight up. It's a little dry. It's not very sweet. It's kind of sweet enough. You could mix that with a few things, I think, and it'd be nice. If you decided to go the cocktail route, I think you could do a lot with that. I would try gin in there. You could certainly do vodka in there. You could do like a light rum. If you wanted to get more tropical, I think that would actually work well as a topper.
That's good.
Yeah, like mix up sort of like a medium-bodied tropical drink, and then give you a layer of that on top of that. I think that'd be nice. Yeah. So Fentimans, it's been kicking around our shelf for a while, and I think, okay, we're doing the deep dive into the pantry these days because, like, dig it out, folks.
Hi, John.
This is improving as it sits. Yeah, It's definitely extracting something from this guy. And I
Oh,
think I'm
thank you
going
for
to
the
make
link.
it a little deeper. What other link do we have?
About Speedwell.
Oh, Speedwell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
What does Speedwell do for us? Interestingly enough.
We'll have to click on the link.
Wasn't the Speedwell one of the ships that was carrying the English separatists to the New World in 1620? Is that it? And wasn't it like they board the Mayflower in Plymouth and they go and join the Speedwell, and the Speedwell springs a leak? Am I wrong? And then they have to turn back, and this delays them several months, and then eventually when they finally can cruise, they are heading for Virginia. They're off course. They land up in what is now Massachusetts instead. Oh, I don't know, several hundred miles off. That's all. Sorry, guys, the navigation wasn't that great. And of course,
Bill
it's
says, yes,
winter.
my ancestor bought it. Oh, God. Twice.
Hello.
Wow. Okay.
Well, there we go. That's the kicker. So if I'm not mistaken, they had to head back to the Speedwell and then just board the Mayflower, and away you go. There's your classic. If you've ever seen a replica of the Mayflower, you'll see how tiny the whole thing was and narrow, and you're like, wow, you just had to cross an ocean with that thing?
With a bunch of other people.
Yeah, a bunch of other people who were not used to being on a ship. I don't know.
Doesn't sound fun.
No, like I'm okay on the sea.
Hey, Janice.
I can't say I have sea legs, but I can tie a bowline anyway.
Ooh,
And
lavender pink
I don't get
lemonade.
particularly sick on a ship or anything like that. But anybody else, well,
Apparently
Lemon
they
lemonade?
make lavender pink lemonade too. That sounds good.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I would try that.
Janice said.
Sounds like fun. We've been talking about growing things in the garden and herbal things, and like Fentimans fits right in, and they're working that very hard. I am getting a burn right now, which is very akin to ginger, and we certainly use fresh ginger root and things.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, we do it. We did
Myself
make
alone.
ginger beer this year. Didn't you make ginger beer?
I did. I haven't perfected it yet.
It was something in terms of a lot of steps. You did manage to get the yeast proportion right, where it carbonated really nicely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it was just sort of, I don't know.
Yeah. And you did get this
It's
second
a little
time you
bland, I thought. But I followed the recipe and I
Yep.
used the recipe I found and I used the amount of ginger they said. And I couldn't taste it at all. So then I doubled the ginger. And then I'm like quadrupling the ginger. So
I think these people are being a little wimpy on their ginger
yeah.
beer. I like a ginger beer with some kick. Otherwise,
Hi,
it's just sort of
Bruce.
like ginger ale, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it tasted just like a big old glass of carbonated water.
Oh, wow. You made seltzer, in other words.
Mhm.
Great, I made seltzer. I started out with ginger beer and I made seltzer. What's with a recipe
good.
that doesn't give you that flavor? I'm telling you. I am drinking something that actually has infused a pepper. I'm getting that pepper. You're drinking an herbal infusion that's non-alcoholic. That has a lot of kick to it. It's very nice.
Peter, we have never tried to grow wasabi.
Okay. Well, would it grow in this climate?
I don't know.
If
Maybe.
it would, yeah, I'd give it a try.
I've never seen it for sale in this climate, like in the garden stores. But
Yep. Although recently we were in the garden store at one of the large box stores, and they had lemon trees.
Oh, I know. I wanted to get a
Really?
lemon tree.
Are we suddenly in a Mediterranean climate on the East Coast? I don't
Hi,
know.
Brian.
Because if I could grow my own limes, I'm all over it. I'd grow 10 trees, fellas.
I know.
Lemons, limes, grapefruit, take your pick. Would do citrus, for sure. Blood oranges, that'd be great. And that's a winter fruit.
Adjustment.
That's really nice. And it definitely has flavor. I'm absolutely getting the ginger off of that. And these, I think, is it mandarin oranges in that, I think? Yeah, I'm kind of tasting that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I
It's
like
a pretty
it.
unique flavor. That's nice.
All right. I'm glad we got it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Glad
you,
we cracked it.
Brian. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I still have trouble getting up and down and that kind of thing, but otherwise, so much better.
It's the usual. Anybody who has ever actually been hit with like a sudden back pain, a strain, forbid a slipped disc, that kind of thing. Oh,
Oh
it's
gosh.
just like anything that's just jamming pressure onto the nerves back there. is really torturous.
And I can take my drugs in 1 hour and 15 minutes, but who's counting? I'm an hour and 15 minutes away from drugs. An hour and
13 minutes, but who's keeping track, you know? Hilarious. I will say, to my mind, like I have experienced that myself. I don't know what the hell goes on. So I sympathize exactly, and I liken it to.
Hi, Doug.
I liken it to like tooth infection pain. Like anything that's inside the head is really bad. So really, lower back, root canal, take your pick.
Lisa says they've grown limes in the house.
Really?
All right.
Well, I'm willing to try.
Doug says, sounds like a relocation to San Diego is what you want. Well, I wouldn't say no.
I'm not counting anything out, my friends. I probably wouldn't actually sell this place, but...
Oh, Janice made Aperol Spritzers. I'm glad it was a huge hit.
Excellent. You made that. Oh, the Aperol Spritz is an excellent thing.
Yeah.
I guess we inspired you. We've seen that for a number of years, and we were actually at one of the Tales of the Cocktail events, and Aperol was doing a big promo, and tried that out there. I'm like, this is an excellent thing. It's a very simple thing. It's really just equal parts of the Aperol and Prosecco.
Yep.
And if you happen to have Cava, use that. It's easy. It's good. It's an excellent thing. It's fairly low alc. You can have a few of them and just be kind of cruising along. It's a good thing.
Cruising along.
I like having Aperol around a lot. We like having Campari around a lot. I will absolutely do a Negroni. From time to time, you just want the Aperol for different things. So. So, still enjoying this little guy right here.
Yours needs a name.
Well, it's sort of a hot peppertini. I'm not really fond of calling things blah, blah, blah teeny or blah, blah, blah martini, because if it's got like Baileys and chocolate and creme de menthe in it, and then you put teeny on the end of it, that's something that's really wrong about that. But something that basically starts out life as a vodka martini, and we added some pepper to it, we could legitimately
Lisa
call that
says,
there.
Errol had a friend in the Navy that threw his back out drying his hair with a towel. His friends were telling the guy to tell medical that he was lifting an engine block.
You probably don't want to go to Navy Medical and say, well, what I was doing was...
drying my hair. No.
I think that, the boys in the back office are going to have a fun time with that one. Not to speak of the gals in the back office.
Oh, Neville's got 2 discs out of place. Oh.
Oh!
I'm sorry to hear that.
Gee.
Oh.
Isn't there help for this? Hasn't somebody figured out good surgery that will take care of this without killing you?
I don't want surgery.
No.
I just want...
relief.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I'm thinking about the discs out.
Things.
Can we realign that like that,
I try to do all the right things.
I know.
And just...
I tell you.
There's no telling. It happened, I had been doing a lot of lifting, okay? I'm not going to say I hadn't, but...
Lifting, sort of like...
But I was doing all this lifting
the bending down, the squatting down.
That's not when it happened. It happened when I was getting out of the shower.
Thank you, Peter. We'd actually forgotten the Tinseltini, but now we can't forget.
I had not forgotten the Tinseltini. How could I forget the Tinseltini?
Yeah, everybody remembers.
In my brain.
Everybody remembers Tinseltini 1, but what about Tinseltini 2? You want to watch that episode again and tell me what was in 2? That was good.
I think it's funny.
I
think it's hilarious.
Wise guy. So anyway, funny stuff. We try things. That's the thing. We tried something and it was terrible, so we're like, don't do that. I think it's hilarious when we take a look at cocktail roulette and it comes up on page 173 and I say, that's going to be god-awful. And I say, all right, fine, and I try it anyway, and it is. I'm like, well, I could tell you, don't make that because it should be terrible, and it is. The thing with creme de menthe and sloe gin is not a good idea. We've done this. We have done this from experience.
Just give me a
and
chill.
That fruity, plummy flavor with mint, not a good idea. I don't know who comes up with this stuff.
Janice's husband pulled his back out a couple of months ago while bending over to get the ice out of the freezer for their cocktails. Oh. John says we need a clip show. Oh, yeah, the Tinseltini was
I suppose we can arrange such things. If people demand it, I suppose we could actually go dig into the archives. Go, like, trying to download from the YouTubes.
Bad drinks.
And find the actual culprit.
Ugh.
Put it up there for all to see. But it's not like we made a host of terrible drinks on there. We made a few things which we said, forget that. And, you know, usually I say, great, this stuff is now drain cleaner. And then we try it again, and it improves. So,
Oh my gosh.
but when I think about things that we've made from books that look terrible and are terrible, I can probably save you a lot of time, because we have.
Doug pinched a disc once by closing his sock drawer, knocked him flat on the closet floor.
Ow.
Yeah. Not okay.
That jolt is
Not okay.
is like somebody just like took a gun butt and just smacked you in the spine with it. It's that much. I've had that. It'll put you right on the ground. It's true. It's true. This is here we are with the back pain episode, folks. Ever to be known from now.
No.
This is sponsored by Doan Pills. No, we are not
It should have
sponsored
been
by
sponsored
anybody.
by Doan's Pills.
I tell you,
we
we're
gave
about
them
to
a big
advertise
flop,
them.
didn't we?
We actually, you can follow the links to them right there. You know, is the Doan's company watching right now? Guess what, guys?
An hour and 8 minutes from drugs.
Promoting your products right here. I haven't even tried them. This sits there and improves. That's a great idea.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. She likes our bar nook.
Oh, hey.
Suze,
Super.
hello.
Hey, Suze.
Welcome.
Awesome. Very nice to see you here.
Yeah.
Speaking of New Orleans, where we actually tried Sue's liqueur, which is really very good. It looks, if you take a whiff of it, you think this is going to be so bloody bitter, because it's gentian root is at the root of Sue's. But then you try it; it's actually quite mild.
Oh yeah, it was good stuff.
It was very very nice, and it felt very cleansing. It's like a digestive. So I frankly recommend Sue's.
Suze, thank you for asking. A lot better. The drugs
Oh.
are helping a lot.
The therapy, the drugs, the immobility is a
I
good
still
idea.
have trouble getting up and down, but the drugs are. I'm like 1,000 times better than I was 2 days ago.
You've noted, you've experienced something like this for a long
Or
time.
even yesterday. I woke up yesterday morning thinking I should go back to the hospital, and I'm glad I didn't because I got drugs and that was better.
Yeah, well, you called your physician.
Mm-hmm.
Keep a good relationship with your primary care physician, people, because this is the person who would say, all right, I'm going to prescribe you the following, and boom, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not like anything heavy duty. It's not opiates. It's just basically heavy duty over the counter stuff.
Any chiropractic practitioners want to feature on you? I don't know.
Oh, I
You're
bet.
out there.
I bet they do. Relief is relief. Well, you've experienced this type of pain occasionally for a long time.
Yeah.
It comes and goes, but this one really hit you.
Oh yeah,
I hear
this
you.
one's by far the worst.
And I think
By far the worst.
I think you pulled something, you know.
Oh yeah.
Which is a tear. That's that's torn muscles. So you just got to let that be.
So we also need to hire some people to empty out our attic now, because I was doing a great job getting stuff out of the attic, and you'll see on a future video, but it looks nothing like it did the first video where it was crammed full of stuff.
First video's up there already. You can check it out.
A million times better, but I lifted so much stuff out of there, and I'm done. I can't anymore. So
think
we're
that's
gonna
what
have to
did you.
hire people. We're gonna have to hire movers, basically.
That's what did you in.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Jennifer, hi.
my turn now. Now I got to go and pull stuff in there and pull my back out.
No, don't do that.
Don't do
pull
that.
your
Don't do that.
don't pull your back out, please.
We have some things that need to go away.
Oh, I know. Oh, it's so much better, Jennifer. Thank you. The drugs are helping. Big time.
By the way, I did promise to go dig into some records and make some recommendations to one of our viewers. I'm forgetting
Michael.
now. Oh, Michael, thank you,
Michael.
thank you.
Yep.
I still have to do that. It's been a pretty heavy week at work. It's going to continue through Friday, and with luck, by the weekend, I'll actually hit it, and I will tell you what is going on. Because frankly, I got some things that have to go, and if you're interested, let's make a deal. So.
Oh, you mean I thought you were talking about work. I'm like, nobody cares.
I'm not talking about work.
You're talking about work. It's been so heavy, and I'll tell you about it after the weekend.
That may have been a poor connection.
I was like, nobody cares.
Work was heavy, so I wasn't able to answer Michael's question about very specific things around here.
Jennifer,
that was the issue.
Jennifer read my mind. No, Paul, Kelly isn't sharing her drugs. You
No.
can't put your back out. I'm not sharing.
No, Troy, I'd have to call my primary care physician again and get my own prescription, which is
Same doctor. He would,
Same guy. So.
Are you? Is that doctor shopping? Wouldn't no. If you call with a different name, it's not doctor shopping, but
That's fraud.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still fraud, like doctor shopping.
No, doctor. Well, I don't know.
Well, doctor shopping is just, when you can't get your drugs from one because they're like, no, you're cut off, so you just go to another one.
Oh, that's like, if
Michael says, thanks, Paul.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Glad to. I've not forgotten. You had a very specific request, and actually you pointed to a very specific piece of information, which is a great idea. So we can kind of put that together. We are, in fact, reducing certain things around here. We have some things for sale right now up on eBay. I'm not going to say go look for our eBay listings, but if you're interested, they're there, And
there's not a lot up there right now.
not a lot up there right now, but we are. There are certain things that I think this can go, and this is the price, and the way we have it. So,
Dr. Jones, MD, is handing out prescriptions.
Dr. D. I'm kind of thinking of Dr. Nick. Wasn't that
Dr. Nick Riviera?
Dr.
Dr.
Nick was, which I think Nicopolis was
Yeah.
Elvis's prescribing physician.
Yeah.
He was a little loose with the drugs. I believe the Beatles referred to somebody named Dr. Robert. He was the guy to go to for, what did he prescribe? I think that was amphetamines, as a matter of fact, back in the day. Very loose with the prescriptions,
I've had all kinds of prescriptions called in for me. It's great. I like that our doctor is, he's good that way.
He knows what to do at the appropriate time, and I've never seen anything that I thought, wow, that's questionable. I think he actually, he has a scoop. He treats a lot of people. So
He does. But he doesn't make you come in.
No. And since he's on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, that would be a real drag.
Jennifer managed to get 500 Percocet out of her doctor.
Oh, really?
I could do telemedicine.
That sounds like a thing.
I was so mad when they didn't give me a Percocet at the hospital. They were giving it to everyone all around me. Here, have a Percocet.
There you go. Handing them out like candy. You go with the Motrin.
No, well, I had taken aspirin earlier that day, and whatever they were going to give me, they're like, oh, if you took aspirin, we can't give you that.
I'll tell you. The meds episode. We're going to talk about all these things.
Yeah. So instead they gave me a Valium and Tylenol, which wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. Didn't touch the pain.
It's not the thing you're going to reach for when you have back pain, a Valium. That's a different kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Different effects. Just saying. So I'm out. You seem to be getting a little low on that, although you can actually continue to pour from the bottle.
You know what? I'm not going to keep pouring from this bottle because it's fairly high calorie, but
Okay.
I'll go back to
Other things. We have options.
maybe a Fresca
Maybe a Fresca.
on the wagon until I'm off these drugs.
Fair is fair.
But
The major thing that's going to happen here is you'll just get drowsy. It's not like you're operating a heavy equipment or anything like that. But I understand contraindications, so let it ride.
yep, I will let it ride. Plus, in an hour and 10 seconds, I can take more drugs. I just see the countdown.
Tick, tick, tick,
Countdown
tick,
to
tick,
drugs.
Clock like making
Countdown
that
to
happen.
drugs.
We're talking actual medication prescribed by physician people. That's what we're talking about here. Now I'm wondering, what else can I mix up here?
I don't know.
I'm out. I guess I could use a thing. Thinking about it.
What should Paul have to drink
What should Paul have? Anybody? Requests? Da-da-da-da-da-da.
that I can have a sip of?
Gonna lean back here. You can have a sip of almost anything because you're not having an actual cocktail worth. What's happening on the YouTubes? Oh. Hi, Neville. Excellent. Thank you for joining in. I understand this is the first time you're catching us and we're having a long conversation about medication. We don't typically do that, but today is a special day.
Boy. With surgery, heads I walk, tails I don't. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh,
yikes.
Yeah, seriously. Jennifer's interested in something with gin. Well, that could be done.
Oh, yeah, Janice says, my doctor wouldn't give me Percocet even if my arm was hanging on by a thread. He's a Tylenol kind of guy. Hi, Adelina. Oh, she loves Saint Germain.
Oh,
We
really?
we do have elderflower.
We do have elderflower, as a matter of fact.
And Jennifer's always looking for an overabundance of gin.
She has
an
that.
overabundance
She
of
has
gin.
that.
Always looking for something new.
to.
I read your
Ooh.
post backward.
Maybe some medication.
Maybe it's medication.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's see here. Well, I'm good with gin. Some people really don't like gin. Some people have had bad experiences with gin. Got you. Not a problem. It doesn't matter. It's like the people who are like, I can't do tequila. You know why? Because it's the countdown. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila. I don't have to continue.
Some people just don't like tequila.
And some people don't like tequila. I understand. Back in the day, tequila had a tendency to taste a little raw,
Who's Saint Germain?
but that was a long
Hi, Sandy
time
and
ago.
Cherry.
That was like 50 years ago.
You're getting votes for Saint Germain. We actually have it's elderflower. It's not Saint Germain, but it'll do.
It will definitely do.
It'll do.
Yeah, Saint Germain is an excellent product, and I do
Yes.
recommend it. And it's in a fun bottle. And if you get the gift pack, they have that large beaker.
Do they still have that? That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Maybe you remember that. It was like this real tall mixing vessel. You could mix up Saint Germain with some bubbles and things like that. It sounded just delicious, you know. And we do have that, as a matter of fact, but we don't have any bubbles right now, so I'm not about to mix that. What would be Saint Germain and gin? Interesting.
There are a
Interesting.
lot. I have seen recipes for Saint Germain with gin.
We've got some lime over there?
Yep.
Well, then let's get busy.
All right, you do that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, folks.
Aaron says, so I found out that old witch potion ingredients are real things just renamed. Like Eye of Newt is mustard seed. Maybe make some cocktails with ingredients for Halloween. Yeah, exactly.
Good idea.
It's perfect.
Good idea.
Jennifer says, Facebook caption says, reading your gin is gin.
Gin!
I had no idea people had so many bad experiences with me.
Bathtub gin.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Hey, could you bring me another drink, please?
What would you like?
Well, here, you can take this away.
Yeah.
And bring me a Fresca.
Yeah, sure.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Stick with the Fresca.
I will try a sip of his
Never
drink.
mix.
Try not to OD, but, yeah. The struggle.
It's real, it's real.
Why don't you bring your stuff over here?
I haven't actually finished setting it up.
Oh,
so-
okay. He's like sitting over at the bar, but we're over here today. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pour it in my
Fancy glass.
fancy glass. All right. Feels like I'm having a cocktail even though I'm not. Oh.
I will.
20 years ago, Janice broke up with tequila, in particular cheap tequila. Yeah, cheap tequila is bad news.
I recommend that you break up with cheap tequila.
Mm-hmm. Highly recommend. Hi, Mindy.
Hello!
So Paul's got something going on over at the bar, but
Need more ice.
I can't get up to turn the camera to actually show you. But hopefully he'll come back over soon and let us know what he did. I hope I can remember all these cocktails for tomorrow. So we can post our featured one. Although I'll probably post the one he did earlier. That was really good. He infused a cayenne pepper into vodka. And then basically just made a vodka martini with it. That was the infused vodka. It was really good. Let's see. I want everyone to see what you're doing, but
Mm-hmm. Well, right now I'm just loading up with some ice. That's all.
okay. coming back.
All right. Now we don't have a metal jig. So I need to make sure I've got what I need before I come over. Did that actually make its way over there?
I don't know.
I want to find the point in the jar.
Lisa says, like Montezuma tequila. That was a bad experience. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen that pretty low on the shelves at the liquor store.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So has anyone had any cocktails lately that they have been especially memorable? Please let us know. Yeah, Doug says good booze is always worth the extra cost. Totally agree.
Face facts.
I want to know if anyone's had any memorable drinks or tried anything fun lately. We're always looking for things to try. So drop it in the comments, please.
Please, if you would. Like to find out. Okay.
Do you hear him over there? Oh, how's the late summer temperature here in New York? It's been pretty warm. I haven't really been out since Monday, but it's been like 80s. Has it been 80s here?
70s, 80s.
Okay, 70s,
Today was
80s.
Today was like high about 72, I think. It was
Adjusting
not
my
very
heating
warm.
pad. You better get over here.
I am making sure that I
Sad.
have all of the ingredients before I have to hop up again and do.
I'm just saying.
That's a pretty simple math
Here we
after all, folks.
go.
Don't you know?
Drop them like flies.
Who's dropping like flies?
All right.
Okay, removing this glass.
Okay.
One of this glass. And one of this business over here. I'm just getting myself prepared.
All right.
That's all it is, folks.
Self-prepared.
Yeah, hope you're still here.
So, what do we have? We had a few people left.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
Hey, you know
A
what?
few diehards.
I'm here for whoever's here. If you dropped off the broadcast, hey, well, good evening.
See you later, Neville. Have a good night.
Hey!
Day there.
Day.
Have a good
Actually,
day.
that's very true. That's
Yeah.
very true. So here we go. We're actually going to start with, we'll leave that actually iced up. I had a request for something with elderflower, something with gin, so we can improv with that because I happen to have a metal jigger right here. So I'm going to start with 1.5 on the gin. We're having to use New Amsterdam. Use your gin of choice because what you like is what you like. Not a problem with that. Here I am mixing on the couch. I know, seems unorthodox. But we've been
He
in
wanted to be with me.
we've been in more unusual places. That's not a big deal. So there we go. Cap that guy off there.
Yes, Janice. I suddenly think summer's coming to a quick end too.
Oh, it was feeling very fall-like today, actually. Okay, 1/2 ounce of lime juice. If you have lemon, no big whoop.
Ooh, John, that sounds interesting. The tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Gusano Rojo tequila.
Gusano Rojo.
Okay.
Gusano Rojo is actually mezcal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's someone that's got the worm. The worm is in mezcal. And it's a fun bottle.
So 1.5 ounces gin. What else?
1/2 ounce of lime juice.
Okay.
Going for 1/2 ounce of Fleur elderflower liqueur. This is made by De Kuyper. I think it's actually quite reputable. Now, if what you have is Saint Germain, use that because that's very good.
That's very good.
That's very good. And that's it right now. I've been chilling my glass, so what I'm going to do is take this business, pour that in, try over, and
Shake it up.
shake it up and get delirious.
It'll be nice and cold.
See all that frost? That means you have achieved what you're looking for.
Oh my gosh. Satellite says it's been over 100 in Idaho. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, people don't think about that too much, but that section tends to get hit hard. Colorado will get hit with these kind of conditions, just right next door. It really gets hammered. And people go, oh, you're in the mountains or whatnot. Depends on where you are.
Yep.
It's like when you're in the mountains going through Colorado, you go through Denver, and then you leave Denver, and then it's like flatline. Suddenly you're in the plains again. It's just, that's the divide, you know? It's really funny. It's really funny. Or people talk about Arizona, oh wow, it's all hot and desert. Unless you're in Flagstaff, you know? It depends on where you are.
Hey, when I was driving through Tucson one time, there was a coating of snow.
Tucson.
I mean, it was, yeah, in Tucson. That was Tucson.
The last time we were in Tucson, it was, I believe, the fall. Wasn't it October last year? And it was like 90 degrees and deadly. It was just, it was heavy.
My heating pad turned off. That's not okay with me.
Okay, that's very good so far. Before we are done with this,
try a sip.
This is going to get some bitters. And what it's going to get is
the
1821 Earl Grey bitters. We've been using these quite a bit. Actually, they're kind of down.
How many dashes are you going to use?
Well, this is a dropper. So I'm going to go with 10 drops. 10. There. Got my 10.
Okay. 10 drops.
And I just kind of drop that on top, so it's like just like a little infusion happening on the top there, a little pool. And that's great because as you sip, it starts to incorporate.
I want to try a sip of it.
It's actually, it was very good to start with. Interesting enough, had a sort of a Fresca-like texture to it.
Well, that's funny because I'm having a Fresca.
Yeah. It actually looks identical when you take a look at these things. Clink, clink, clink. But this is the liquor.
They're not far apart.
They're not far apart. Interestingly. It's how it came. We got some herbal and floral things happening in there. This is a good thing to do with the gin and the elderflower. So, and I recommend the Earl Grey bitters. That actually works very well because you get just a little bit of that flavor on the top of there.
Doug says elderflower substitutes for violet in a pinch for a foviation.
Foviation.
I love that. Foviation.
I happen to like an aviation made properly.
Yep.
And you do need the violet, and you really want to kind of slip that in so you get that sort of like layering effect. And you do have to have the maraschino to make that done properly. It's a good thing. It's a very subtle thing. It's a classic. It's not, before about 10 years ago, nobody had heard of it, and now suddenly it's all over the place. That's good. That's progress. So I like the whole foviation idea. I think that does play well. And frankly, the texture of this and the appearance of this is reminding me a lot of an aviation. So that's a good idea. There we go. Well.
Is it about that time?
It might be about that time.
I think my...
We're thinking about your condition.
Yeah. Keep adjusting my heating pad.
We're not trying to make you go for hours and hours here, like, you know, while
I said earlier a few
follows.
minutes, and it's been over an hour.
Wow, it has been. Yeah, so.
But thank you for joining us. Thank you for all of your kind wishes. It really helped. Thank you. And your recommendations on things to watch.
Yes.
Really appreciate it.
And products to source so we can get fresh wasabi.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Okay.
So wasabi and
That sounds like fun.
Speedwell.
Speedwell. Mm-hmm.
Learn about Speedwell. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And we will be back on Monday for Mocktail Monday. Mm-hmm. I had said last Monday that we're not going to do any more out in the back unless our internet gets improved mightily between now and then.
It might have, but I'll be doing a lot of testing to make sure because
otherwise
I hate these problems.
Come inside because I don't like it when the broadcasts keep crapping out on us.
Please.
So, thank you, Janice. And Marie, thank you so much, everyone. You have a fabulous evening. And we will, don't say it yet, I gotta get my phone. We will
see